The last 2 weeks have been pretty crazy in Facebook group world. We've seen a lot of the bigger groups closing down. So does this mean the end of Facebook groups? Well, I'm going to talk about that tonight with you. Just before I get started, if you are joining me live, I would love you to tell me if you can hear me. I have been having a few little issues recently and would love to double check that you can in fact hear me before I go diving into it. But this is a perfect one if you are a Facebook group owner already, or you've been thinking about starting a Facebook group, and then over the past 2 weeks you've noticed these groups shutting down. You know, Kimra Luna, who had an enormous group. Melyssa Griffin had about 70,000 members in her group. Screw the 9 to 5 was again tens of thousands of people, and even Jordana and Gena really big groups that are all closing down. But does that mean that groups aren't going to add value for your business anymore, that you can't use them as a way to get clients? No, not at all. Here's the thing about those groups and about the people who own those groups. So Facebook groups, once they get to 10,000 or more people, more members, they do in fact take a lot of work to administer, to look after, to make sure that they stay quality communities. I think it was Melyssa or Kimra, who actually spoke about and said in their explanation as to why they were closing down the group when they experienced quite a lot of backlash, that, hey, I actually employ 3 people full time to manage the group, in addition to her own presence and her own visibility within the group. So it's a lot of work, and there is a big investment in their business. Now, in the case of Melyssa and Kimra particularly, and also Screen the 9 to 5, they're talking multi-6-figure and even 7-figure businesses. We're talking big business. Now, most of us aren't quite at that stage yet. Most of you joining me tonight, not saying everyone, but most of you won't be in that stage of business yet. Perhaps you're aiming at this point in time to get consistent $2,000 a month or consistent $5,000 a month. You're still building up your business. So while maybe this isn't the right strategy, Facebook groups aren't the right strategy for the multi-6-figure and 7-figure business owners anymore, because they're actually looking at new techniques to take their business to another level again, doesn't mean this isn't the right strategy for us. I've got Profit Rocket entrepreneurs, and when I saw the group shutting down, I went, is this right for me? Should I still be keeping my group? Well, yeah, I should. Absolutely. I have a great community. I'm able to add value and provide support and really serve without it being a huge investment of time right now. And so there's great benefit for both myself and my community. You might find the same thing. It's all about thinking about where you are at in your business and if Facebook groups are the right strategy for you right now. Because the strategies that get you to 6 figures or get you to 50,000 a year or get you to maybe 150,000 a year aren't going to be the strategies that take you to 7 figures and beyond. And that's why these business owners are in fact shutting down some of their groups and moving on. A number of them are moving on to paid group models. So they've had these enormous groups, free groups, Facebook groups, and now they're looking at paid models as the next step in their business's evolution. But as business owners that aren't quite so far down the track, Facebook groups are still a fantastic strategy for our businesses. So, knowing that that's the case, knowing that although a number of the multi-6 and 7-figure business owners are moving on from the strategy and they're trying new techniques, and as it actually happens, when I looked at a number of the groups and the group owners that have shut down, a number of them actually have the same mentor. So there's probably a commonality there, and based on the strategy that mentor is teaching, it's the perfect time for you to have a Facebook group, to start one, or to continue growing the one you already have, to continue growing that community, to build your business and to build your members' businesses. So knowing that you want to keep your Facebook group or start one and keep it growing, what should you be doing? Well, now is the perfect time to be actually taking advantage of the fact that some of the big groups are closing down. You know, people are going to be looking for new homes as such. They'll be looking for spaces that are right for them, where their people are, where the communities that they want to be part of are available to them. So be visible. Make sure you're in front of them to invite them into your community. So an example of that, making sure that you are posting regularly on your Facebook page about the benefits of your Facebook group and inviting people to join. Having that consistent post, it might be once a day, it might be a few times a week, where you're letting people know that you in fact have a Facebook group and what the benefits of joining are. So in my case, my Profit Rocket Entrepreneurs focuses on teaching you how to get clients, making sure that you make a profit so you're not spending all the income that you're actually generating, and that you're not burning out getting those clients. So there's the 3 key arms: the client attraction, the making sure that you are actually making a profit out of that, and also that you're not burning out. They're the benefits of my group. If you have a group or you're planning to start a group, you have to be really clear on what those benefits are for your potential members, and you need to be communicating them clearly. And one of the ways to do that, as I mentioned, is through posting regularly on your Facebook page that you in fact have a Facebook group. And if you have the functionality available, actually linking between your Facebook page and your Facebook group. Facebook is rolling this out at the moment. So if you're not sure, check in the settings of your Facebook page to see whether or not that's available to you already. I know I can link it, but right now I can't actually prioritize it, so it's very visible. You may be able to. So that's the first step, making sure that you are regularly letting your existing audience on your Facebook page know that you have a group so that they can come and join you. Okay, we've already touched on a little bit, but the second thing is making sure you are very clear on what the benefits of your group are. As I said, to your members, why should they care about it? Why should they join you? You need to tell them that. So letting them know within the group description what those benefits are. So for example, in my group description, I talk about the client attraction, the profit, maintaining or increasing profits, and the no burnout. I also talk about some free resources I have available, my freebies, my opt-ins. So we've got the Get More Clients mini course. We've also got the Facebook Live to Thrive topics that generate sales. People can sign up for this when they join my group. It gives them incentive. There are benefits to joining. Does that all make sense? If you're watching live, let me know if that makes sense. Being really clear on the benefits that you are offering your community makes it easier for the people that come across your group to know whether or not they should join, because people are busy. You've got to be very clear and quickly communicate why should they join you? Why should they care? What are the benefits? If it's hard to find out what that is, then they're not going to join because they'll get distracted. They move on. We click away. It's so easy to click away. The second thing, the third thing, so we've got the making sure you're advertising or promoting your group regularly on your Facebook page. You've got being clear on the benefits and communicating them really clearly. The third thing is making sure that you're using the keywords that your potential audience, your potential members, and your ideal clients would use when searching for your type of group. So the search bar up in Facebook, what words, what keywords would they be using when they're searching out your type of group? Making sure that you've included them in the group description so that when people do search, and I've done this myself and I'm looking for new groups to join, I will search by keyword, and then when the results come up, click on the group tab, and I get a list of all the groups with the keywords that people are searching for, or rather that I'm searching for. So I get groups that are relevant to my needs. So what keywords would your members, you might even ask your existing members in your group, okay, guys, when you were trying to find out, you were looking for a group to join and you joined ours, What did you search for? Or who referred you? What groups were they part of? Using those keywords in the description, and then also in the group, categorizing the group, using tags to tell people what the keywords are for the group, to tell Facebook that, making sure, for example, I've got entrepreneurship as one of my tags for my group. Also marketing and sales. Now, you're a little bit limited in this sense that with the actual tags, you can only use the ones that Facebook suggests. You can't just type in whatever you like. So, for example, knowing that I teach about Facebook Live a lot, I actually tried to add that as a tag in my group, and I can't do it because Facebook Live isn't one of the options. But I can tag Facebook. I can tag entrepreneurship. I can tag marketing. I can tag sales. So think about your business. You know, maybe you're doing something like weight loss. A lot of tags you can use for that. You know, you can use weight loss. It might be that depending on, you know, the ideas that you support. If there's a brand you support, such as Weight Watchers or Michelle Bridges, you may be able to tag them. You're able to tag particular pages. So using that in your group description and using those keywords in the tags of your group as well makes it easier for people to find you. And as I said, right now, people are looking for a home because the bigger groups are closing down, and they're wanting to still feel connected. They want to be part of something as entrepreneurs, but as business owners in general and members of the community, we like to belong. As humans, we like to belong. So help give your ideal clients a home. Yeah? Okay. And the last thing I wanted to mention to you, right now, because the number of the big groups are closing down and the owners of the groups are putting up posts saying, hey, we've made this decision. Sometimes they go into detail as to why that is. But what I'm finding is a lot of people are trying to take advantage of that. So they're going in there to the groups that are closing down and they're going, hey, you know, this group's closing down and thank you so much to the owner, but come and join my group. You know, if you're looking for a home, come and join my group. And yes, that might get them some members as a quick win. People might join their group, but it's you know, it's not in alignment with integrity, and you've got to think about the ethics and values of that. You know, the host of the group, even though it's closing down, it is still their group. So to go in and try and poach members, you've got to ask yourself, is that how you want to be seen? The other side of that is the people who do come across and join, when they're looking to have their needs filled really quickly, odds are they aren't the people that are going to go on and become customers. You know, if they're looking for an easy result rather than a solution to their needs, if they're not proactively searching, using keywords, for example, or finding out through your Facebook page, they're not as likely to go on to become your customers or your clients as people who have found you through these other methods, through the keywords, through your group description, through your posting on your Facebook page and other people sharing with you. So rather than go and try and poach people from others' groups that are closing down, why not put a post in your Facebook group saying, you know, look, we've noticed that a lot of groups are closing down and, you know, people are looking for a home. If you know someone who would benefit from being part of our group, you know, for example, Profit Rocket Entrepreneurs, why not invite them to come in and join us? We'd love to have them here. You see how that's very much a proactive approach versus the go and steal or the go and poach approach. Much, much more friendly collaboration, that type of thing, rather than the poach approach. Poach approach. So I hope that's been helpful. As I said, Facebook groups are definitely not dying. It's just that some of the bigger A-lister entrepreneurs are moving on and they're seeking new techniques, because what that got them to where they are isn't going to be the strategy that gets them to the next level, that gets them to the 7 figures, that gets them to the multi-7 figures. So they're moving on to new strategies. Just think, is this the right time for me? Am I still building to that 6 figures or multi-6 figures? If yes, then Facebook groups might be the perfect way to grow your business, especially if you know your ideal client is on Facebook. And that being the case, use the tips I talked about. Promote your group regularly on your page. Use your keywords in your description. Communicate the benefits really clearly so people know quickly and easily whether or not your group is the right one for them. And please don't go poaching from other groups that are closing down. Go about it, perhaps slightly longer term, but you will get the payoff by attracting people rather than poaching them. So let me know if you have any questions. I will be sure to check back to the replay as well. Let me know how you're going, if you've started a Facebook group or you've been thinking about it, or even if you were going, I don't know if this is the right strategy for me anymore because everyone's closing down. Let me know and we can talk from there. Thanks for watching. Bye.